it really wasn't a heart attack, I'd feel foolish calling an ambulance. The neighbors would see everything. I don't like all that attention. It's just not me.
Minutes matter. At the first sign of a heart attack, like chest pain or discomfort, call 911. Care begins the minute you make the call. Calling 911.
Don't die of doubt. That's the name of the American Heart Association's new campaign, and this really can save your life. Joining us this morning, and he's proof, Ed Wojwadczyk joining us here, and then we also have Chris Weinziapple from the Rowlett Fire and Rescue. Thank you both so much for being here. Now, Chris, this campaign is really about getting people to call 911 when they feel like something's wrong, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, and not waiting.
That's right, Lauren.
And Ed, you went through this in 2011. You were sitting there, you felt something in your chest, and it just didn't feel right. Right?
Totally abnormal.
Yeah.
Yeah, very painful.
So what happened?
Well, I was sitting there. I just finished lunch, and I felt like an elephant had stepped on me. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't, clear it. I thought maybe this will just kind of clear, and I started getting really worried. And so I took 2 aspirin and drank a can of bottled water, and it didn't go away. I was sweating and feeling really, really bad. So I called my wife, Carla, and I said, I'm really sick. So she called 911 and got me back on the line and said, be available, get out front.
Yeah, and be ready when they
Ready
come. You called 911 within 7 minutes of not
Yes.
feeling well.
Yes.
And Chris, you believe that his actions really saved his life, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
A lot of people are worried, well, maybe I'm just having a little bit of something's not right, and they don't want to call 911. But really the message from the American Heart Association, after all, I mean, cardiovascular disease, it's the #1 killer, right? I mean, this is something you don't just take like, maybe I'm not feeling well.
That's right. And I think what we're doing now with doubt being the key in this is everybody doubts. That's what's actually happening, and they put it off, and unfortunately, doubt will kill.
Yeah, only 40%, I was so surprised by this, only 40% of people who are having cardiac problems call 911. Is it really that low?
It is. They will
Only
try to drive
40%?
themselves, and they will try they'll try to do just about anything to keep from having to call 911, and they just don't realize what actually happens when you dial 911 and the process that starts that really does give you minutes back to your life.
Yeah, and it's that timeline. It's those minutes that really were important for you. So within 7 minutes, you had called 911, you took the 2 aspirin. Within 43 minutes, you had a balloon inflated that basically removed the blockage that was happening. That had to have changed your life.
It totally gave me a new life
Yeah.
because my life was just about over at that time.
Wow.
And the nice thing that I want to emphasize about calling 911 is when they get to your house or wherever you are, they immediately start treatment on you, and that's what you want, because every second you're losing heart muscle and you're getting closer to being done.
Yeah, what do you hope people learn from this, Chris?
I hope people learn that, number one, as soon as they dial 911, that immediately starts the process with dispatch, giving them instructions. Ed was very clear that they told him to get somewhere where he was accessible, because some people will stay in the house upstairs, make it difficult for us to get to them. Also taking the aspirin before we get there, and giving them those key instructions to help prepare. But then when our paramedics arrive, they're getting those key seconds of an EKG and transmitting that to the hospital so that the physicians are waiting on them when they get to the hospital, not starting the process when you get to the hospital.
And do you go around telling everyone, no, don't doubt it, don't doubt it. It could happen to you.
No. And the nice thing about it was when you're in the ambulance and they're working on you, they're already diagnosing your problem and talking with you. And if they need to call family or they've already got the hospital on the line, and when they get to the door, they're waiting for you to take you to the cath lab.
Well, we're glad you're here today.
I'm glad I'm here.
Thank you both so much for
pleasure.
being here. Appreciate it. We should mention February, by the way, is National Heart Month, and you can find a link with more information about the Don't Die of Doubt campaign on our website. We'll put a link right there. It's fox4news.com.